Thank you, Mr. Chair. In my limited time, we're going to try to get through a couple of important issues, beginning with Ms. Torres. I know you're joining virtually. I want to thank you for testifying on behalf of the communities who are on the front lines of California's air pollution crisis. I agree with how you described this, that rail pollution is a national issue with local impacts. So while many Americans love getting an untold number of products delivered to our doorstep, it does come at a significant cost to people who live near the ports and railroads that are the backbone, frankly, of America's goods movement infrastructure. Ms. Torres, your written testimony shares that despite the EPA's efforts 15 years ago to update locomotive regulations, there's somehow still locomotives in rail yards that are 60 to 70 years old. So my question is, can you help explain how it's possible that a locomotive can operate its entire service life without having to reduce emissions?
Yes, and that loophole is that there wasn't a phase out of any older trains or older locomotives. A lot of that happens with the rebuilding, and so because it is refurbished, it does not have to meet the new emission standards of that current year. So if you're using older trains and you're just refurbishing them, the standards are still from the 1960s, 1920s. Therefore, allowing a loophole of the current standards from 2008 for Tier 4 to not have to be taken into consideration.
Great. That's very important for this committee to understand, and something that we should absolutely try to address. And I also have, Mr. Chair, questions about our low carbon fuel standards. California's low carbon fuel standard is helping advance a wide range of clean fuels while at the same time keeping consumer costs down. California is proudly the fifth largest economy in the world, on our way to becoming the fourth largest economy in the world, and in so doing, proving that it's possible to both grow our economy and reduce emissions. They are not mutually exclusive. California's tech-neutral approach, greater long-term predictability, and cost containment mechanisms have provided both certainty and flexibility. Now, this program has been so successful that other jurisdictions are joining California, as we can see in the Pacific Coast Collaborative, a regional agreement between California, Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia, to strategically align policies to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote clean energy. Mr. Jeffries, it's my understanding that the majority of the rail industry's use of low-carbon fuels, such as renewable diesel, is in California. So what role does California's low-carbon fuel standard play in driving the use of low-carbon fuels in the rail industry on the West Coast?
Well, certainly the use of low-carbon fuels, whether it's renewable diesel, whether it's biodiesel, is in heavy use in California. Of course, not exclusively in California. Something we're proud of across the country and something we're working to do more of. I can tell you this, that we absolutely support a mechanism at the federal level that holds all modes equal when it comes to reducing the cost and increasing availability of low-carbon fuels, because we absolutely think there's a big role to play there as we transition into the true next-generation power sources.
So I think I just identified an area of agreement.
Absolutely.
If I heard you correctly.
That's why we're here.
So as we work to increase the use of low-carbon fuels across the rail industry, do you believe it would be helpful to have a national low-carbon fuel standard? And imagine you would agree, this would also reduce emissions in the rail industry if we applied it nationally.
Well, we certainly support programs that, again, reduce the cost of renewable fuels and increase the availability. We do think it is critical at the federal level that all modes be held equal.
That's called the federal standard.
As far as across different modes, that the promotion, the incentives, et cetera, that'll increase the use. That again, every mode is held harmless, held equal, and so that all modes can take advantage of this, and that the availability is there at a price that incentivizes increased use. So.
Right.
I think we use different terms, but I think we're trying to get at the same end game.
I appreciate that. And again, with California's experience as the model, setting the standard, technology neutral, and you can achieve both the reduced emissions and economic growth, which I would imagine you would agree with that as well. And I emphasize this, Mr. Chair, because what I'm hearing is that thanks to California's leadership in advancing a low carbon fuel standard, the rail industry in California is moving to lower their lower carbon fuels that result in these lower emissions. So the written testimony Mr. Jeffries provided says policymakers should avoid imposing prescriptive means for reducing emissions in the rail industry. But I think the lesson here is that thanks to California's standard, the rail industry can and will reduce emissions. But without California's standard, industry would just have kept doing what it's always done in the past. So it's not too far of a leap to suggest that the same can be accomplished nationally with tighter EPA emission standards. Without the new standards, industry will just continue to behave like the status quo. So based on this committee's previous hearings on the low carbon fuel standard and the testimony we've heard today, I see a clear need for a national low carbon fuel standard. And I hope, Mr. Chairman, that we can produce a bill in this committee to that effect, and also just a need for EPA to get moving on updated emissions standards. Last but not least, Mr. Chair, I know my time has expired. I want to thank you for Kike returning to the Dodgers.
And on top of that, you're welcome for having Mookie Betts already be there to greet him from Massachusetts. But we just hope it's the end of our generosity to LA. It's hard to bear sometimes watching those games. So we thank the senator from